Hello everyone, welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today I'm going to be doing my review of the G.I. Joe classified figure Road Pig with Rawkus. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take a look at him in box, then I'm going to take a look at the figure and its accessories, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on him. Just remember, if you do like this video, go ahead and check out my G.I. Joe playlist and hit that like, share, and subscribe. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. So here he is in packaging. He pretty much got your standard classified packaging. So it's this nice black box here. You got the word Cobra up here, his name. You get this nice open window where you can see him, all his accessories, the Cobra logo, G.I. Joe classified, your choking hazard and age restriction. Plus you also have the Hasbro logo here. Spin them around this way. You get this nice art. I do like the art for this. That looks really cool. G.I. Joe, his number. Spin around this way. All right. So now you get like a nice picture of the figure. I do like this. This is really cool. It looks like he's in front of a garage. You get a look at some of his details right here as well. Then you got your legal underneath that. Spin around this way. All right. So now you can see his stats, his number, your QR code. Bring it around to the top here. You got your Cobra logo and his number. And then underneath you got your legal and SKU. So with all that being said, let's open him up and see what he's about. All right, so here he is out of packaging. Overall, he's a pretty decent looking figure. There's a lot of detail to go over with this guy. So before we get into that, let's start working on the rotation. So first you have this side here. All right. You got the back. Forward. All right. And you got this side here. All right. And then back around to the front. Now there's things that I like and things that I don't like about this guy's overall look. So let's start looking at him up close. First off, the thing I probably like the least about him is this head sculpt. I'm not a big fan of this head sculpt. He looks, I don't know. To me, he looks too friendly. Now, with this character, he's one of those characters that are meant, like, when he walks in the room and you look at him looking down at you, you're like, oh man, I'm in trouble. And I don't get that look from this face. This face kind of makes me feel more of the gentle giant. The big guy who's supposed to be really tough, but he's kind of a nice guy type look. That's what I get out of this face. I don't get the, you're in trouble when he looks down at you kind of face. So the head sculpt's kind of disappointing with this character, to be honest with you. But the rest of it, I do like. Like, I like this skull here on his shoulder pad. That looks really cool. His tattoos look pretty neat. I'm not a big fan of the belly tattoo, but I never was a fan of belly tattoos. So that's just a personal thing. Got your Anarchy logo here. Pork choke tattoo there. You has his iconic crossbow here. Got this really cool shin guard. I like that. Knee pad, I guess that would actually be more considered than these are the shin guards here. All right. The overall look of his armor here looks really nice. All right. Even the detail into the belt, how he has the studs on it, looks really cool. So they did do a lot of good detail to it. It's a shame about the head sculpt. Okay, that's my real issue with the overall look to this figure is the head sculpt. It just, to me, it doesn't fit this character. So with that being said, let's start looking at his points of articulation. So first off, the head does move. All right. Got a shoulder joint. Matter of fact, let's do this side. Got a shoulder joint here with a swivel. All right. You got an elbow joint. And you got a wrist joint. All right. Let's get this other arm up. All right. You do have a joint right here underneath the ribs. All right, so you get that full range of motion. And then one right here at the belt line. All right, spin them around this way. This arm up too. You got thigh joint with a swivel. All right, a knee joint. Guys, you should have a swivel here as well. All right, and then you got your ankle joint. So it looks like everything seems to move pretty well on this figure overall. And for the most part, the overall look looks good on him as well. All right, so now let's take a look at his accessories. He comes with a lot of stuff. So first off, he comes with an alternate head. I guess that's like, I don't know, like he's laughing at you or something. I'm not exactly sure what they're trying to go with this particular head sculpt. But once again, just like the other head, he just looks too friendly. I hate to say it. All right. He comes with two closed fists. He comes with this one here. And this one. All right. Now he does come with a second alternative head. And that's him wearing his boar mask helmet. I like that. I like that a lot. That looks really, really cool. You know, I feel like this fits the character better than the head sculpts because it just looks wicked and mean. You know, I do like that a lot. All right. So now he comes with his iconic cinder block stick. Okay. He comes with this boarhead warhammer. I really like that. I like the detail to that. That looks really cool. All right. He also comes with a respirator. All right. He comes with a meat hook. All right. Now this looks similar to the one that came with what's his name, Crocmaster back in the day. So still looks pretty cool. All right. He comes with a riot shield. All right. Which, if you look here, there's the hand grip, and then that's for his wrists. All right. Then he comes with a dog. All right. His pit bull, which the original figure didn't have, but he does come with it. So the dog's head does move. You got a shoulder joint for it, kind of like an elbow joint. All right. You got joint here, and then a foot joint. These joints seem pretty tight. They do move, but they are tight. Same with his rear joint. So you got the hind leg. You have, this joint there, which is kind of tight. Okay. You have a joint there that works pretty well. And then you got your paw joint. So his joints are a little bit on the tight side, but they still work for him. And then he also comes with an alternate head, which is right here, kind of a more mellow looking head. So first off, let's do his head swap. All right, that came off pretty easily. All right. All right, there we go. So that head went on pretty well. I don't have any issues with that. Okay. Get him over here. Oops. And his head. So now that we looked at all his accessories, let's start looking at how well they work with him. So first off, let's start with the axe and the warhammer and the cinder block. So the cinder block would go in this hand. All right. All right, had to work it in there a little bit, but it does work. No issues with that. All right, let's try this. Now, the one thing that's nice about these classified figures is the fingers do move pretty easily. So you can really work a weapon into them with no issues. And of course, this Warhammer is going to make a liar out of me. All right, there it goes. All right, so the Warhammer fits in there as well. No issues. Now you could probably easily get some sort of hand hold on this. All right. Now, yeah, it's really bulky arms. There you go. All right, so if you want to get a two-handed hold on him, you could definitely do that without any issues. All right. Matter of fact, let's see if we could do it as well with the cinder block. Probably easier with this. All right. The cinder block's a little short for that. All right, so it's taking me a little bit of work to do this. Hold up. You could do it just like this. There you go. All right. So you can also do a two-handed hold with the cinder block as well. No issues with that. All right. Now this fits into his hand like this. All right. Get that thumb around there. All right. So the riot shield fits in there very nicely. No issues. Now, if you want to, you pull this hand off. You can also take the crossbow off. So if you want the riot gear on this side, you could do that as well. Or at least I think you should be able to. Nah, it won't work on this side just because of how the grip is on it. But I was hoping that you could. So the riot shield only fits on the one side. All right. So now, seeing how I got this off, let's try these alternate hands. All right. That one went on pretty well. All right. So both of the fists fit in there nicely. No issues. All right. Let's try this respirator. Okay. I think you got to actually take the head off to get it on there. Yeah. All right. Yeah, see, this thing's kind of a pain to get on him. All right. There you go. So I took the head off to get it on there. It'd make it a lot easier to try to swap it out. But as you see, it does work with them. All right. Let's take this head. All right. That one popped on with no issues. All right. And then last but not least, probably my favorite head for him. All right. Right there. I do like that head on him. I think that looks really wicked. You know, definitely gives him that more menacing look. And I hate to say it, even with the mask on, he looks more intimidating than he does without it. So I like this helmet and I like the mask that works with him. And then last but not least, we got the meat hook. All right. Let's see how well this fits in his hand. Open up those fingers. Yeah, that works with him. That almost gives him like that whole Texas Chainsaw Massacre, hostile kind of look to him. So I overall like this look with him, with the mask, and also with the hook. So my final thoughts on this figure is I think he's an okay figure. I like him overall, but there are a couple issues I have with him. So first off, the head and hand swap out very well. I don't have any issues with that. The same with his weapons. I like how all his weapons and equipment swap out with them. I even like that they added a whole bunch of new stuff like the mask, the riot shield, pit bull.
And a few other things I think really added to the character. So I did like all the new accessories. The original figure just came with the crossbow, the cinder block, and also his upper football armor. So I like the addition of weapons. I also like the factor that his joints move very easily. Didn't have any issues with that. But now let's get to what I did have an issue with, and that's the head sculpt. I didn't like the head sculpt very much. I think he isn't menacing looking like he should be. Like if you actually look at the original card back from the original 80s figure, you can see it like that real menace, bad guy kind of look to his face, which this character doesn't have. I mean, I know the original toy really didn't have that face, but we're talking about late 80s, early 90s sculpting opposed to current day made for adult collector figures. So, that's my only real flaw with this figure is the factor that his face looks more friendly giant than menacing bad boy. And that's what makes him an okay figure in my opinion. But still, I still feel like he is a good piece to complete your Dreadnought collection and what have you. So, with that being said, I hope you all did like this review. If you did, go ahead and check out my G.I. Joe playlist and hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So, until the next time, late.